Oh, whoa, that was like way Texan. Hi, hi.
Hi, I'm Samantha Snyder.
Hi, I'm Jeff Capel.
Hi, I'm Pat Narduzzi.
Hi, I'm Coach Webb.
And you're watching
Pitt Beyond the Script.
Awesome.
Thanks, you guys.
No problem.
Okay.
All right, man.
Cool.
Thank you. Pleasure meeting you.
Okay.
While the first season of Pitt Beyond the Script may be wrapping up, the season for the blue and gold is far from ending.
Thank you.
In fact, it never does. As one group of senior leaders embarks out into the world to leave their mark,
It is senior day here for the Panthers.
another group of wide-eyed hopefuls walks onto the court and campus. As we started the year, the university welcomed the inaugural class of the Pitt Hall of Fame.
This class is truly legendary. They are student athletes who raise the bar of excellence.
And the building blocks of our soccer programs took the field.
Your Pitt Panthers with the second game of Pitt Retro Weekend.
While other programs took steps toward their ultimate goal.
That will do it. Hail to Pittsburgh. The Panthers have clinched the ACC.
40 takes on a defender. Still on his feet. He broke it. He's going. He's going. Olsen is gone. A 97-yard touchdown run. It's the longest run in Pitt history.
Yeah, that is
we just witnessed history.
Looking for you.
For the end zone and the pass.
The Panthers win.
You had to be here. You just had to be here.
There was a growing excitement on campus, which carried through the fall.
Welcome out to Bigelow Boulevard. Your new Pitt Panthers.
To the stands of the Peak. And the growing crowds of the Fieldhouse.
Everyone is on their feet. Maloney gets the pin at 157.
And as one team's season rolled into another,
2019 season's right around the corner. Looking forward to getting this going.
we saw that while the focus of the Pitt student athlete may change, their passion and effort does not.
Here we go, work hard on 3, 1, 2, 3, go!
In season and out, these young men and women shine just as brightly off the court as they do on.
Yeah! Thank you for coming!
Panthers who are grateful for all that they've been given and are eager to give back.
This game is about something bigger than us.
We thank Pitt for doing this for 12 years now.
Living up to a standard they've set for themselves, the gold standard. As the new seasons gave us new reasons to cheer, we honored those who have set the bar and celebrated the successes of those who continue to raise it.
Putting all that together, they helped me a lot to just, mold me who I am.
And throughout the year, as our blue and gold family gathered and grew, we shared in the joy as the victory lights were lit.
Pittsburgh put away the number 11 team in the country.
New records were set.
It's going to be Hellbacher. Also lead 4 for Pitt.
They've been breaking school records right and left.
National rankings were climbed.
Big win for Mickey Philippi.
Upsets 8th-ranked NC State.
Trophies were raised.
You set history today.
Back-to-back titles earned.
The Panthers have clinched the ACC.
And champions were crowned.
Taking home the gold, the champion in the men's high from Pitt.
And while this first season of Pitt Beyond the Script has given us much to be proud of, it gives us even more to be excited for in the seasons to come. Hail to Pitt.
It starts as a game, a gathering of friends. And slowly, as some begin to sit back, others stand out. The joy of playing turns to passion. And as the skills develop, so do the minds. And they begin to seek challenges, peers, and mentors to further their abilities and opportunities. the love and passion becomes a thirst for people in a place
we make history today in Pittsburgh
that will embrace and push, a hunger for excellence, and to be in and among champions. These are the dreamers, scholars, leaders. These are the guides, teachers, mentors. And this is the opportunity, the challenge, the place. This is Pitt Beyond the Script.
This week on the season finale of Pitt Beyond the Script, take a look back at the moments and highlights that shaped our first year.
The
Panthers win!
You had to be here. You just had to be here.
We'll sit down with the leader of the Panthers athletic program and Dapper Dan Sportswoman of the Year, Pitt Athletic Director Heather Lyke. We'll visit with strength and conditioning coach Dave Andrews as he gets the Panthers ready for spring ball. And we'll get to know one of our local Panthers, senior guard Cassidy Walsh. This week on Pitt Beyond the Script.
What a phenomenal world we live in, where the impossible is anything but. No matter the game, we are always playing for Pittsburgh. On the biggest stages, amplifying the quietest voices, leveraging knowledge for society's gain, the builders of the future. We empower minds. We ignite fire and soar higher. Hail to Pitt.
You already have the initiative to get started, a desire to want more, to be challenged, to be pushed, and to be coached and mentored when you hit hurdles. The professional MBA program at the University of Pittsburgh's Cat School of Business offers hands-on, experience-based learning through an innovative blend of online and in-person courses, allowing you to earn your MBA at your own pace, on your own schedule. Exceed your goals and see new, brighter ones for tomorrow.
Pitt Beyond the Script would like to congratulate sophomore Greg Leray from the Pitt track and field team. Greg wrapped up the indoor season by winning his first ACC championship in the high jump and earning indoor All-ACC first-team honors. Congratulations, Greg, and hail to Pitt. Hello, and thanks very much for being with us for Pitt Beyond the Script alongside Director of Athletics Heather Lyke. I'm Rob King. Heather, the perfect guest as we wrap up our final show in the first season of Pitt Beyond the Script. Heather, I want to start by looking back to the fall season. The football team wins the Coastal Championship. The volleyball team wins the ACC Championship. What was it like to watch those rides?
You know, I think we had those expectations for women's volleyball. Their team is such a strong unit. Their coaching staff is exceptional. And I know they had those expectations in the talent level to do it. So, but it's always hard. I mean, once you climb the mountain, everybody's trying to knock you off. And so it's really an exceptional opportunity for them to have won that second ACC championship, and it was just super exciting. And it was exceptional to be able to host the NCAA championships too. And I will tell you, Panther Nation, we sold out I don't know how many games up at the field house, and then there was a tremendous crowd here for the NCAAs, and so we are grateful for the people that come and got to come and see that team compete at the highest level. So that was terrific. And then football, you know, to take that step.
The coach Narduzzi and your great staff, Heather Lyke, terrific AD, the great Dan Marino is behind me back here. Thanks.
Dan Marino and Jimbo Covert were there and taking selfies and videotaping it, and you would have thought they were on the team. And so to see that sense of pride in our alumni and in the fans was exceptional. To take that step to get into the ACC championship game was really critical for this program.
Well, that's a little different look when you're talking about Jimbo Covert and Dan Marino being in the locker room, because you're not only a fan like the rest of the fans for the Panthers, but you're also, you're the boss, and you have personal relationships. How do you view, sports teams and events differently, you think, than your average Panther fan?
You know, for us, it's a connection. You know, it's a way that we invite people back to campus or on the road to come to an event. And it's a platform where all of these people have these great memories, or we create new memories. And that's the most rewarding, I think, is when you get the chance to create a new memory and you were there in that moment. And then our student athletes, I think, are just great examples of being thankful for the people that support the programs. And you know, it's you know, our coaches connect, and when you get a chance to let alumni or donors or anyone connected to the program in that locker room or in that moment or at a team meal, it's just a special memory that you have, and you stay connected to it.
I think a lot of people are aware, obviously, the football team, the volleyball team got some press and some notoriety, but there are other programs that were really successful. The indoor track team, the wrestling programs, I mean, maybe not as widely known, but certainly proudly looked at, I'm sure, within the athletic department and the university.
Yeah, I mean, it's starting to turn. You know, we're transforming this athletic department to go be an ACC national competitor, and each team is moving in the right trajectory. You know, I will say that you'll see continued improvement. This past weekend, we had 2 swimmers on the podium for the first time ever. And you're thinking, first time ever? But that's where it starts. You got to start somewhere. And so you start to build, and success is contagious. And they see that it can happen in women's volleyball. You can win back-to-back ACC championships. Why can't it happen in wrestling? Why not in swimming? Why not in soccer? And so success is certainly contagious, and that's the kind of culture we're trying to focus on.
You mentioned soccer, men's and women's, basketball. You knew these weren't going to be quick overnight fixes.
No, I mean, if it was easy, anyone could do it, and that's why we hired the coaches we did. These are coaches, you know, whether it's Coach Waldrum or Vidovich, Capel, White, they're coaches who have great confidence in themselves and great belief in what we can do here at Pitt.
But they're on the upward trajectory. The sun is back in full effect.
Yeah, those programs are all headed in the right direction. I'm really excited to see soccer kick off next fall. Obviously, we want to finish as well as we can in the basketball season, but this is a building process, and we're here to build it with those coaches.
Were there moments that maybe we didn't see, that you saw, putting on the spot here, that stick out to you, that we didn't see on highlight films?
Oh man, there's so many. Every day is kind of a highlight film in one way or another. Something happens that you don't expect in a good way. I just passed 2 wrestlers coming down here who are getting ready for the ACC championships, and we're hosting the NCAA championships in a week here at PPG Arena downtown, and the demand for that ticket, it is an extraordinary stage. And one of the kids I just passed he's a top 5 wrestler in the country in his weight class. Could he upset them? Yeah, I mean, he really could. And I just said, hey, Mickey, we're gonna see you. You know, I'd love to see you on that. The last day of an NCAA wrestling championship is an extraordinary experience. And they raise the mat, and you think it's like Rocky, you know, and we're putting him in a place. And, you know, Keith Gavin and our coaching staff, they've been there. They have won the NCAA championship, so they know what it's like to walk out to that mat. So if I'd want to walk out with a coach who's been there, you know, that's the feeling you want. And so to have Coach Gavin right there with him. So those kind of moments where the kids know that you know what is ahead of their, you know, the next 2 weeks, and just to encourage them along the way is a moment that, you know, I just happened chance to pass Mickey today.
Oh, wonderful. We have much more coming up. We're going to continue on with Director of Athletics Heather Lyke when we resume on Pitt Beyond the Script after this.
Let's go, Pitt!
Don't go away. Pitt Beyond the Script will return right after this.
Gaming, you know, I started when I was a kid because it captured my imagination. I've particularly enjoyed games where I can, you know, explore some of the historical things that I have focused on in my classes. It keeps me connected creatively. I'm going to hear it better and respond better. Absolutely, Chris. I like the tactical challenge of it. You have to think really carefully about gaming. You're both tactical and strategic. And I find that that's the same exact thing you do in a classroom. I teach a Game of Thrones class. I'm preparing a Hamilton course on Hamilton the musical. It's always good to connect with students and to recognize that I can use stuff that is current and popular and of their interest. I love Game of Thrones because of the politics of it, and it's a really handy way for us to get into talking about, you know, the way the dictatorships work or authoritarian regimes work. When you're teaching college students especially, you can't just go in and bowl students over with like, this is what we're covering. So you have to have your strategy, you have to know what you're gonna teach about. That's the best part of teaching it, is my students learn from each other because Pitt has such a focus on that collaborative classroom.
You're watching Pitt Beyond the Script.
Are we ready to go today? Is this group, the group that's here, you guys ready to roll? Whatever you sacrifice, you better make sure the other guy sacrifices, or we're not gonna get what we want. Guys, show them what you've been working on. Make sure you go capitalize on that. Be coachable.
Details on three. 1, 2, 3. Ready.
In regard to training your team, and you have to give them what they need. And every January, when you're exposed to a new group, you have different leadership. Coming off of the season, we have some young people that have played 70 plays a game. We have other people that haven't played a snap. So really trying to individualize what their needs are, and then transitioning them into a team atmosphere in February. We tag this as the fourth quarter program. Number one, the fourth quarter is important to us from the standpoint of communication, accountability, effort, detail, and then obviously the competitive nature. The fourth quarter stations are unique from a standpoint of having a different goal within each, some type of sprint activity or change of direction. And then along those lines, we typically bring them out and they have to compete against a peer in most every station. And then we build on that foundation and then go ahead and kind of transition into the summer and then into the season.
Dave Andrews, our strength coach, is an incredible guy. He was actually my first hire on the staff. He is tough, he's disciplined, and he's consistent. He's an incredible coach. I think our players love him, and I don't know if there's a better strength coach in the country.
You guys ready?
Coach loves the tug-of-war station. He loves the physical aspect of that. And, it's my job to, again, serve his mission. So he tells me he likes the tug-of-war. I'm all in on the tug-of-war.
I can guarantee every single player loves Coach Andrews and the workouts. We're really around him more than any of the other coaches because of the off-season.
I think we absolutely have the best character kids that we could possibly ask for here. Very humble, hardworking, down-to-earth. And we're Pittsburgh, and I think that's kind of what you feel when you walk in the building. I am here serving Coach Narduzzi's mission, but also serving the people that have come before us at the University of Pittsburgh. That's very, very important to me. And I have the keys right now. I want to leave it better than when I found it.
You're watching Pitt Beyond the Script.
Walsh driving to the basket, up and in.
Throws it, baseline. Walsh wants a three, and she buries it.
I'm Cassidy Walsh. I'm from Pittsburgh. I'm a senior, and I'm a guard.
Walsh has the open three. Cassidy Walsh, and a 10-2 Panther lead.
Basketball has taught me so much. Probably one, adversity and being uncomfortable. You're not gonna have a good day every day. And I think that attributes to life so much because nothing in life goes the way you want it. And that's the same with basketball. By working hard, sometimes you're just not gonna still get what you want. But waking up every single day and still going through the grind and working towards that goal because you love it so much, I think that's so important.
No good. Rebound fought for, and Walsh gets it and puts it back.
Off to Walsh, it's tipped. Walsh collects it and puts it up and in, and how about that?
When you fall down, you can't just stay down. You got to get up. especially in this ACC. I mean, it's tough. So you face challenges every day, and not even the physical aspect. I think the mental approach is what's really challenging for student athletes. A coach isn't just going to be like, oh, it's okay, you're going to have a great day. You know, he's going to get on you, and you have to be able to back that up and come back stronger even the next day.
As Walsh, dribble drive and a return for the Panthers with Judkins finishing.
Hesitation move from Walsh, puts the floater up and in at the buzzer.
I fell in love with the game when I was a little kid. I grew up with my family playing. My brother and my sister played, and my dad. We were constantly in the backyard playing. I have older siblings, so I'd play against them all the time. My brother would have his friends over, and I would just sit there in the backyard and just wish like it would be me someday. So I fell in love with it when I was a little kid. I think naturally I was pretty good when I was young, and I just continued to love it. And then as soon as I got to high school, I just started putting in extra time. I played AAU, and I got some looks when I was a freshman. So when that happened, I just continued to put more time into it, and then just grew to love it even more.
The Pittsburgh P.A. currently ranks 12th in school history with 95 career three-pointers.
I wanted to stay home. Wanted to stay close to home. I'm really close to my family. Pitt is really a dream school, and it was almost like a no-brainer. How could I say no to this place? I absolutely love being local and being from here. I love nothing more than wearing Pitt across my chest. Even when I graduate, I will always represent the University of Pittsburgh. They have done so much for me here. Everyone's a family, including basketball on the court and off the court. I just love this program so much, and I have so much pride for it.
How about the first quarter from Walsh?
Walsh wants a three from the corner, and she got it!
Hi, I'm Cassidy Walsh. I'm from Pittsburgh. I'm a senior guard this year, and you're watching Pitt Beyond the Script.
To be a leader in business, you need a global perspective. The strength and the reputation of the University of Pittsburgh Joseph M. Katz Graduate School of Business gives you a world of opportunity. Our Executive MBA Worldwide program is tailored to the unique needs of high-level business executives. The hands-on program will advance your career and your global network as you study on campus and abroad. Be ready to lead in a global world. Be Katz ready.
What a phenomenal world we live in, where the impossible is anything but. No matter the game, we are always playing for Pittsburgh. On the biggest stages, amplifying the quietest voices, leveraging knowledge for society's game, the builders of the future. We empower minds. We ignite fire and soar higher. Hail to Pitt.
It's an honor to be here on this stage with all of you. As a fan, it's quite a treat to be here and to see all of you here. But I'm noting an incredibly strong Pitt flavor tonight. James and Aaron, of course. The other reason it's really special for me to be here is that in introducing Heather, I get an opportunity to congratulate myself. Hiring Heather was probably the best decision I've made.
Welcome back to Pitt Beyond the Script here with Heather Like. And Heather, I want to ask you a couple questions about yourself. Going to put you on the spot now. We've talked a little bit about the programs. Obviously, from day one, you wanted to get involved in the city. Now, just a couple years later, Dapper Dan Sportswoman of the Year, which is a huge honor here in Pittsburgh. What was that like?
It was flattering in many ways, but just really to see the culmination of people at that event. Jerome Bettis, I mean, I was a fan of the Steelers organization before I came to Pittsburgh just because of the quality of what you read about it and what you learn about it. But now having a chance to be here for 2 years and get to know the people behind the Steelers organization, whether it's the Rooneys or Jimmy Sacco or whoever, everybody connected to that association is just really impressive. But that night, I know everybody was great on stage and such, but I think Jerome and even Coach Cowher, I mean, they are, Super Bowl champion quality people because that's the kind of people that they are. And I thought Jerome's message about the importance of believing in others and giving them the opportunity to perform or shine or lead was extraordinary. So I was really humbled to be there with them and just really honored.
We've obviously talked about the programs, but there's the gold standard, the Hall of Fame. There's the new Pitt Studios. You're busy on a lot of fronts, getting a lot of different things accomplished, aren't you?
We've got a number of key initiatives that we were able to do. The Hall of Fame was huge and memorable, and it's a tradition that will last forever here at Pitt.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 Hall of Fame class.
Pitt Studios is the future, right? And we're excited for the ACC Network to launch August 22nd, 2019. We're live, we're ready to go, and so that is going to be an incredible opportunity for our student athletes and coaches and the program and our university to be on a national stage across the country on television. And to be a part of the ACC and that premier conference is just a real privilege. And then, you know, we have a pretty bold vision about our facilities and the investment and the opportunity that we have to improve what I would call the living and learning environments of our student athletes. So where they train and prepare, that is coming, and it's a great opportunity to put our teams in a position to really compete at that highest level.
When you talk about these kind of things, and these are wonderful goals for the university, is this a larger vision? Do some of these things sort of pop up as you go along? I mean, how do you manage all these things at once?
Yeah, I mean, each one is critically important, and you know, the bold vision for Victory Heights in our facility plan is probably our primary focus right now as we move over the next 6 to 12 months. And getting people engaged and interested and invested in what we're going to build and be a part of that is really important. We've got to give our coaches and student athletes the tools and resources necessary to be successful at this level. And we're grateful and fortunate because this university supports that vision, and they've given us a footprint to take a look at what we can do and accomplish, and we're excited about unveiling that coming forward.
I wondered, you know, you use the word success and successful, and you've been on the road to success with many of the programs, many of the things that are happening behind the scenes. Is that an ever-changing definition, success? Because it seems like you could, what is a successful program, what does a successful athletics department look like? Is that constantly shifting?
Yeah, well, the ultimate goal is to be able to sustain success, right? And so we're building towards it in certain ways. Certain programs are further along than others, but ultimately across the board, we believe in, you know, I believe in comprehensive excellence. I've said it a lot, but it means that every single person in this organization is performing at the highest level, and every single program is performing as high as it can. And then to be able to sustain it is another level. You know, it means, you know, performing to the gold standard means that you get better at what you do every day. You're never comfortable. Like, it's never okay to just go in and say, yep, we've got this, we're good. Because everybody is trying to get better every day, and everybody's looking for ways to improve and enhance their student-athlete experience. And that's really what we're focused on as well.
Is that what inspires you most?
What inspires me most is probably the opportunity to really make a positive impact in our student-athletes' experience. When they come to Pitt and when they leave here, I hope that they say it's one of the most extraordinary experiences in their life. Not the most extraordinary, because I want them to go on and do great things. But up until this point, I was talking to somebody last week who had a conversation with Coach Capel, and you know, it's been about a year almost, and they said to him, you know, was this a good decision? He goes, it was the best decision I ever made. And so that's what you want your student athletes and coaches to feel, that this was the best decision they made, to come to Pitt and to perform and compete at this level, and to have the impact that we can have in this city and on our campus is really what inspires me.
Well, the sense of success and the energy is palpable. I mean, you can feel it. So congratulations on that, and congratulations on the success you've had and the success still to come.
Yes, absolutely. Many more to come, so lots to do.
Well, we want to thank you, and we want to thank everybody all season long who watched Pitt Beyond the Script. This is our first year. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you next year on Pitt Beyond the Script.